Congratulations to you both on the film.
Hey, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
So this is the sequel to Boy State. Tell us a little bit about what are some of the key differences that you found between your study of the Boy State and now the Girl State.
Well, we actually call Girl State a sibling, not a sequel to Boy State, which is a little bit of a way for us to give ourselves permission to make the film. You know, Boy State worked out so well. It was in Texas, but we felt like there was unfinished business. We're the parents of two teenage girls. We think a lot about teenage girls in this political moment. So we decided to leave Texas, go to Missouri, go to a different state, fascinating political state, and really let the film become its own story and not try to impose some kind of artificial structure on it. And that started with just meeting 7 exceptional young women of different politics, different backgrounds who we follow. Some are running for governor, some are trying to make it on the Supreme Court. And it became a kind of a choral performance in a way, a kind of Robert Altman film. You know, it wasn't so streamlined like Boy State. It's a different kind of story, I think.
And what are some of the things that you found about these young women that either inspired you or maybe concerned you about their interests in politics?
I think what I found inspiring about these young women is that they are realists, they're optimists, they're politically engaged, they love America, they want to make it better. They want there to be more female representation in government on the highest levels, and they're game to do that despite all the headwind that they're going to face, that they already faced even at Girl State. So I found that inspiring, just the level of energy and determination. I did also see at Girl State the challenges that girls face beyond sort of the institutional programmatic challenges. They were internal, and I know this from parenting teenage girls. There's a level of perfectionism, and girls are hard on themselves in a way that boys are not. And so that was a very stark difference from what we'd seen in Boy State. But there's a lot that's exactly the same. You know, they're goofy, they're wise. You know, 17 is such an interesting age where you're not a kid. You're about to be an adult. And but we had fun. They made us cry. They surprised us. We laughed a lot making this project. So in a lot of ways, it was very similar to Boy State.
Was there a moment or scene that maybe you shot with these young women that spoke to you the most when you look back at it?
Well, it's really interesting to watch the young women see the boys who are on campus running Boy State, and they begin to perceive how things are being done differently. And, you know, the boys walk by and they flex, and they're sort of, you know, trying to impress the girls. But the girls are like, they're like, why are the boys doing things differently? Why do they get this? Why do they get that? And we don't have that. And they start to question the inequalities between the programs. And the girls are really held back and how quickly they can talk politics. And I think that becomes unexpectedly part of the story that we're telling. And I think it mirrors the inequalities in our society and explains why there are not more women in high political office. So these young women, they don't hold back. You know, they're not shy, and I love that they call out these differences in the program, and that was really interesting to see. And because we sort of felt like we focused on Boy State. We didn't want to do that again. And here they were showing us what the story was that was sort of hiding in plain sight.
What is the takeaway you hope that the audience gets from the film?
I think takeaways are open to, I hope people have an emotional experience, and I just love introducing them to these particular kids. I do think that the film is a good text for conversation about our political system and how civil discourse has decayed over the last generation, or certainly in the last 5 to 7 years. These kids are 17. They haven't yet been forced to pick a Democrat Republican side because they haven't been to a ballot box. So they're still open. They're sort of open to listening, and I find that very refreshing to be around. And I just wonder how much, lesson we can take from that into our adult state. See the human being first, have the listening happen, and it will engender better conversation, even as different as we are politically. That's what our country's going to need if we're going to move forward.
Amanda and Jesse, thank you very much for taking time to talk to us about Girl State.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching the You Interview channel. With over 3,000 original celebrity videos, we have one of the largest collections of celebrity interviews anywhere. So remember to like and comment on our videos and subscribe to the channel. If you want to get more involved, you can become a member of the channel. Membership has its perks. You can see exclusive celebrity videos and get the opportunity to ask our celebrity guests questions. We can't wait to hear from you.